Hello again, sail fans. Welcome back to Turtle Crossing Sailing as we unfortunately become Turtle Crossing Boatyard. We have a month to get work done on our bottom to make us feel more confident before our big adventure south to the Caribbean. Let's get to it.
This through hull here in Seacock are obviously below the water line. It is for our cockpit drain, our kitchen, our galley sink, and our deck drain. So they all funnel down into this one. Currently it's not leaking, but we're going to replace it anyways, just so that we know we have a good seal, because the one on the other side, the port side, is leaking. So I'm going to take that off. Now I've disconnected the hoses up top. I'm going to grind some pieces here and then just try to pry it apart. This here is the raw water intake for our engine. So we're going to replace this one with a very similar one. Down here is a transducer. It's in our bilge. I'm going to look on the inside to see if it's accessible, but the plan is to also remove this and not replace it, just glass it over. I think we're going to go without a knot meter. Our knots kind of show up on like navionics. Like we already know our speed from our, like it would be cool to have all that stuff part of the boat, but I mean it's an extra hole in the boat, so I prefer less holes and having a satellite knot meter.
No, we don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. Here we have two through hulls. This one is our sink drain in the head, which is never used. It's kind of a pain to pull out that sink, so we're actually leaning towards just removing this one and glassing it over. We use our kitchen sink for almost everything. Like we brush our teeth in that sink. If we can get rid of that, that means I can get rid of all the plumbing from throughout the boat for water to the sink, and then it's just nothing there. We're removing this one for sure. The smaller one was an intake for the toilet, but we no longer have a flushable toilet. It's a airhead composting toilet, so we're definitely filling this one with glass. I would prefer to fill that one with glass, but we'll see where we get to. Just because it's like $400 or $500 to replace the through hull, and if we're not using it anyways, like just get rid of it. This is an old transducer that hasn't worked since we bought the boat. I know it's never been hooked up to anything since we've owned it, so I'm going to cut that out and glass it over. This is the transducer that we did last year. Following to the port side. There's only one hole on this one. Yeah. This one is leaking, so we discovered that last year when we splashed in the water. When we noticed that problem, we thought, oh, like, well, wait, it wasn't so bad. Bilge pump could easily keep up with it. We thought we'll dive in at some point and put some like underwater sealant just to keep it from leaking. But the wood that it was leaking through, I guess, swelled and it stopped being an issue. But I'm sure that's a temporary solution, because the wood's just gonna rot until it dissolves, and then it's a much bigger hole. So this is the whole reason why we had to pull out and to check. So while it's out, we're gonna change hopefully just the 3 through hulls and then patch like 4 holes. And then I'm hoping a more solid boat.
Today I'm going to be working on scraping off some of this, what do you call it? It's glue and sort of the remnants of insulation that was left over from an old insulation that was used back here. And I want to paint all this white. The V-berth has been an ongoing project since last summer. So for a year, we haven't been able to sleep in our V-berth bed and have instead been using the table converted into a double bed, which has been fine, but not ideal. I'm excited to have my bedroom back. Okay, I'm done the annoying job of trying to chisel off some of this stuff. It's not coming off very well. In some spots it's like the worst gum you've ever seen. So I looked into the next steps. The solvent wash is something that I need to do right before I paint, because basically it's just getting dust off and decontaminating the fiberglass from any kinds of greasy things that might be on it. So it's better to do that right before you paint and not like do it today and then do it again way later. I have just a vinegar household cleaner though that I want to clean up in here with, just to prep the space before I do that. And I really want to chat with Chris about kind of the next steps here, because this behind me is the, I want to call it a bulkhead, but I don't think it does anything other than separate us from the anchor locker. It's falling apart. You can see rotted all the way at the bottom there. It's just like so we want to take this out eventually at some point this month, and replace that. I'm not sure what I should do. If I should wait until we pull that out before I do the painting in here, maybe, because then I can get this hull paint to go a little further back and then it'll be a little more seamless. So that'll be something I chat with Chris about. I'm wondering if he's gotten any of the through hulls out yet. We'll have to go down and check in just a second. I'm just gonna wipe up in here and then
got 4 grooves in it. I tried my best not to dig into the fiberglass, but I did try to break the metal all the way through, so you can see that I'm broken through but not too badly into the fiberglass. I'm not all the way through in the metal, but hopefully enough that I can ply up on the sides and break these 4 pieces off, and I'll just pull out from up top. That's the plan. Sounds easy. The 4 pieces of flange off. I'm just going to clean up a little bit with the grinder again. It's probably enough clearness to pull this out, but you can see there's like a jagged edge there which sticks out a little bit past a piece of flange, so I'm going to get maybe that piece as well. I'll clean that up a little bit before I try twisting it out. Bob's your uncle. Oh, that's not very good either. So that washer looks like it's about to come off. I was gonna take it off anyways. It looks delaminated.
I see you. I just got our supplies from the car because I figure if I can't do what I want to do, I'm gonna help with the hull. So I'm gonna start sanding, I think. Okay, as a form of dust mitigation, we got this shop vac, but it doesn't actually connect to our sander. So we created our own adapter. It's just tape, but we'll see if this actually helps a little bit. It can't hurt really, so. So everything that's blue is our ablative that we put on. This is an ablative that was on before it, this pink one. I don't know, I think these are shades of ablative as well. And then this is whatever is at the bottom right before the fiberglass, which is there. So this, breathe the free air again. This is gonna be a lot bigger of a task than I was thinking. I felt like I was really dedicated to getting that done as much as I could, and I really don't feel like I got as much done as I thought I would. We aren't living on Mr. Turtle while we work on him. Fortunately, we have family nearby where we can stay for now, but it's still at least an hour's drive each way. We try to make the most out of our time at the yard by arriving as soon as it's open and staying until it closes. It's going to be long days for the next month, but we're ready for the challenge and excited about cruising on a hopefully more watertight boat in the near future. Thanks for watching, sail fans. See you next time for more sanding and fiberglassing shenanigans.